In this video, we're going to learn how to use the online version of SketchUp to create a very simple, small coin for use with the 3D printer. Start by going into the SketchUp app and create a new workspace. With the workspace on the screen like you see here, the first thing you need to do is set the measurements for this template. Right now it will be by default in feet and inches, and we're going to change it to metric. Go to the top left-hand corner of the screen and click on the three lines. Then go to App Settings from that menu. Click App Settings and you'll see the bottom in the list of options is Default Template, Simple Template, Feet and Inches. Click on the feet and inches, the little down arrow next to it, and you'll see you can change to different options. Change the option to Simple Template, millimeters. With millimeters selected, go to the X in the top right hand corner of this menu to close that. Click it once and it will disappear. Now go back to the three lines, click the three lines so the menu appears and click New. Now the template is switched and we can start to work to create our 3D model. Click on the lady on the screen and delete that model by pressing the delete key. Now we're going to go to the pan and rotate tool. So on the far left hand side of the screen you'll see a menu. It's the very bottom option. Right now the orbit tool is selected. Click the orbit tool to open the menu. You'll see different icons appear. Click on the hand, which is the pan tool, and click and drag and move the axes into the center of the screen. Now click on the Shapes tool in the side panel on the left. Right now the circle is selected on my screen, but maybe yours has a different tool selected. Click the tool and select the appropriate tool from the list. So we want the circle tool here, which is the middle option. Click the circle tool and move to the origin point. That's where the axes lines meet. Left click on the mouse and you can move the mouse cursor outwards to start to draw your circle. If you look in the far right hand corner at the bottom of the screen, you can see the radius measurement is given in millimeters. Right now this circle is very large at 922 millimeters. I just want to make a coin that's about a centimeter wide, so that means we need a radius of about 5 millimeters. So you can scroll using the mouse wheel, scroll inward onto the axes points, and now I've zoomed in, I can make a much smaller circle easily. So I can move this inwards until my circle is about 5 millimeters in radius. You can always use the pan and orbit tools again to adjust the view if this starts to become difficult. And right now it is. So I'm going to just click on the hand. I'm going to move the axes points into the center again. And then I'm going to go back to the circle tool and try again. So zoom in, move the mouse cursor outwards, and now the mouse cursor shows that my radius is 5 millimeters, so 5 plus 5 is 10 millimeters. So click to apply, and we've got our 1 centimeter wide two-dimensional circle. The final step to create some 3D size to the circle is to use the push-pull tool to extrude upwards. So from the left-hand side menu, click the push-pull tool. You'll see three options. So the push-pull tool is the top one. Click that, scroll over the circle, click, hold the left mouse button and drag upward. Now you can see that the circle moves in increments of 1 millimeter. So right now it's 1 millimeter thick, and I can see that in the measurements box in the bottom right hand corner. So I'm going to take this up to 2 millimeters. When you're ready, let go of the left mouse button and the coin is finished. You can click on the orbit tool to look at it from different angles, but it's very basic, there's no real detail to it. Now we're going to export this as an Stl file. Go back to the three lines and If this was a real piece of work, we'd click File, Save As, and we'd save our model for the future. But for today, we're just going to export this quick coin as an STL file. So click on Export from the list of options, and then go to the next menu that opens up and select STL file, which is used for 3D printing. So let's just look at that one more time. Click on the three dots, go to Export STL. Click STL, and the save window will simply appear at the bottom of your browser, and you can see that it's downloaded as Untitled 1 STL. If you open the folder by clicking the little down arrow next to it and clicking Show in Finder, your downloads window will open, and there it is at the top of my downloads list, and I can click on this, I can rename it, so I'm just going to rename it Coin. Click anywhere else on the other files in the list to deselect it, and there it is, coin.stl. Now you would open this in Flash Print and go through the steps to export that as a model that the 3D printer can read.